Hello, you guys. I almost didn't come on tonight. I was about to upload a video and it got messed up. Sorry. I'm eating a peach for dinner. Hey, the Black Barbie, Diane, TB21. Hey, Harold. I'm eating a peach for dinner. Hey, Kimberly. Latoya. Hey, Kawana. Hey, Leo, Kansas City Chief at. I ain't seen you in here in a while, Kansas City Chief at. So where are the Chiefs at? Is the Chiefs in Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas? Is Kansas City Chiefs a Missouri team or a Kansas team? Hey, Miss Nelly. It's a Missouri team. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Y'all know how to watch them. When they get quiet. Okay, so Missouri, because how far is Kansas City, Missouri from Kansas City, Kansas? Because I have family in Kansas City, Missouri, but they're mostly from Kansas City, Kansas. They're mostly on the Kansas side. Somebody told me that I think Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. How far is it from each other? Hey, Pumpkin Pooh. A minute. So they're right there together? Hold on, y'all. Get out the way because I don't trust these little mutts. What are y'all doing? Hey, the ruler report. Oh, wow. Okay, like Tennessee to Mississippi, so they're right there together. Okay. That's something because their lingo and the way they talk is totally different from how they talk in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri has a like almost like a southern lingo, like their country. Anyways, y'all, I was getting on tonight so that we could chop it up. I didn't really have anything in particular. it's a lot going on. I know y'all get tired of hearing about Memphis, right? I think everybody is talking about Thugger. Let me just say this. I don't talk a lot about Thugger. I don't talk a lot about Thugger, Young Thug, because it's something about Young Thug that I've never been interested in. Um, I believe that he did everything they said. I believe he was as mean as they say he was. Now I was looking at Woody last night talk about how slimy Thugger is. Woody has a podcast. He was talking about how slimy Thugger is. Thugger sent them out, never cared anything about him, only cared about himself. But it was just always something about Thug that I couldn't really get into. Like from the day I saw him, the first time I saw him, he had on a pink skirt. It looked like some lipstick with an earring in his nose. And um I don't know. I wouldn't have no issues with it, but it was just something about him. They had been shooting at Lil Wayne. So he was always mean and a sent out. And I believe that he did everything that they said that he did because, people kind of associated him with kissing baby and, calling Birdman my love and all of that. And so people probably was making fun of him behind his back. So I think when people feel like that, I think they try to be as vicious as they know how to be to try and get the respect. They feel like the only way to get respect is to be as vicious and all of that as they can be. So, I looked at his trial a little bit when Woody was up there. Woody was funny to me. Woody has admitted Woody done got baptized. State Line Road actually separates Kansas City, Missouri and Kansas City, Kansas. Oh wow. So it's just like State Line Road in Memphis and in South Haven, Mississippi. State Line Road separates South Haven, Mississippi and Memphis. Hmm. I tell you. So, anyways, y'all, it's so much stuff going on in Memphis that it's ridiculous. Like, I don't really. It's really just sad. Um, to say the least. I don't know what's gonna have to happen. The only thing that I know is, and I guess it's happening everywhere. The only thing that I know is people don't. I think a lot of people are just hurting so bad they don't really have no regards for life. They don't really have no regards for life. They don't care about. Some of them wish to go to jail for the rest of their life. At least they feel like they won't starve to death. They'll have somewhere to sleep. They'll have somewhere to eat. They'll have food 3 times a day when their teeth are rotting out. Um, they'll be able to go to the dentist because they're gonna take them to the dentist. They got a rotten tooth, they're gonna get that pulled. I mean, people commit crimes all the time in the wintertime so that they can go to the jail, so that they can come in out of the cold. Um, Shelby County's jail, they're so scared of a lawsuit. If you people get sick, it's hard to get a dentist to pull them rotten teeth out without some insurance and some money. So you go and steal a Snicker bar. What are y'all doing? You go and steal a Snicker bar and wait for the police to get you. Come to the store and get you. You go to the county. You slap the police in the face when they get there, and they're gonna beat the hell out you. But that'll get you a simple assault. You get to stay in there longer. When you get in there, your teeth and stuff rotting out. They're gonna hurry up and take you to the dentist. They're gonna pull all them rotten teeth out your head. They're gonna get you back on your HIV and AIDS medicine that you ain't been taking because you can't afford it. They're gonna hurry up and get you started on it. Um, They're gonna get you some glasses for and get that cataract up out your eyes. That's on the county's dime, because they don't want no lawsuits. So that high blood pressure, they're gonna make sure the nurse come every day and give you your crazy pills. So I mean, they wins up in there. So yeah, I'm telling you now, that's how I go. I agree with you on Thugger. During the trial, I kept wondering what's the appeal. I never saw or heard it. Um, they get the coat, as my grandma say, up in the jail. I mean, they get to coat as much as they want to. I remember when I was working for the sheriff's office, I went and did some overtime downtown. I mean, downstairs in intake, and I worked and released that night. It was this guy came through there with dreads all the way down his back. He called himself a thug. He was talking about the jailer. He was mad at the jailer, and he was like saying something about we'll take him and bend him over real quick up there one. And he saw me looking, sitting behind the desk, looking right in his mouth. It embarrassed him. He was talking to another one of the inmates, child. That's what they be up there doing. They be up there getting in booties. So that's why when they used to call the chief's office, and poor girls. They just I don't understand. Um, they used to call. I'm gonna get me a lawyer. They and my husband. They got him in the hole. I said, "Oh, okay." Well, I said, "Well, let me see something." I said, "What's his name?" I started pulling up his information. He in the hole, and it's a Priya type situation. I said, "Oh, okay. Go ahead, get your lawyer." I couldn't tell her that her man was in the hole because he hadn't got caught getting booties up there with his boyfriend. Um, but it happens. It do, and like I said, the only problems I have with it is that you're not supposed. There is no consensual sex in jail, so you're not. Even if it's consensual, they're gonna charge you a rape. Okay, there's no consensual sex in jail. Um, but yeah, I mean, when those transgenders will come in there, oh my God, the guys will be so happy. James says, can we get the likes up? Miss T working hard on her grinding to bring you great content. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. And the like button is definitely free. As y'all notice, I've been mellowed out lately. I've been real mellowed out lately. I got some good things coming. I cannot wait to share with you all. Of course, you all know that and this is not being braggadocious, child. I want for y'all to come to my event. I want y'all to come to my event in December. Okay. It is I am not charging to get into the event, but I would appreciate it if you come, you donate. That's the reason why people have events for their nonprofit organizations so that you all can donate to the organization and not just come and get your belly full. Okay. And you're going to have your belly full though. And you're going to have a good time, child. You can leave your guns at home because it's going to be heavily secured up in there. You ain't even got to bring them. Okay. It's going to be heavily secured. So, um, listen, I want you to come and have a good time. Okay. Just come with the right spirit, with the right heart, with the giving heart. And and how can I put it? I'm trying to find a way to put this because I'm trying to do good. If you got a stalkerish spirit, just please stay. I have a real paranoid spirit. Okay. I got a real paranoid spirit. If you got a little bit of stalkerish, if you're a stalker, just stay away. Come, give, enjoy, go home. Okay, go home. Bush people. That's right. That's right. Ooh. The last event that I gave, it was so awesome. We had Mike Rollins. Y'all know that's the old police chief. Who else? Janice Fully Love at the time. She was city councilwoman. And I had two other pastors. This time I have my pastor, Eric Wickerson. And I'm going to have Pastor David Young. And I'm going to have Paul Young. And I'm going to have... I ain't gonna do y'all like that, okay? I was getting ready to say to have the district attorney up in there. I'm gonna ask him, I'm gonna invite him, but I'm not gonna have him up there because I don't want folks throwing their food at him, okay? I'm gonna get one other person. I don't know who it is though. Get Dominique. Who was that? Who is Dominique Dillion? And then when that prosecutor sitting up there, was it? Who is Dominique Dillion? I was getting ready to say chief. I'm gonna invite her, but I'm not gonna have her to speak. I want somebody to. I'm somebody with a little fire. Y'all know we ain't had no politicians with no fire in them since Janice Fully Love, right? I'm the host. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And I can't have no fire in me when I'm trying to get people to donate to the organization. But y'all know how I do it though. I don't know any politicians that got fire in them. Rest in peace to my dad, the realest to do it. He's the realest to do it. This one is for him. This whole thing is for him. Let's see. Y'all gonna help me out. Y'all gonna have to help me out. I don't know none. I guess I'm gonna have to run. I guess I'm gonna have to run one day. It's a shame these politicians gotta get it. I'm telling you, don't nobody want to speak truth to power no more. Don't nobody want to speak truth to power. So I don't understand it. How you gonna be? You're gonna be elected for something, and you scared to do what you're supposed to do for your community. You are you bought before you get up there. Don't y'all know when these people? That's why I always say, I ain't gonna get into politics tonight, but I'm gonna say this. That's why I always say we have to support, we have to vet somebody, and then we have to support them, even if we have to go through our community giving $1, everybody giving $1 to ensure, and getting out and voting to ensure that the person wins. I thought about, I may get with my auntie on this. My auntie has a nonprofit that serves the community in North Memphis. I told y'all my dad grew up in North Memphis until he was, I think my auntie said my dad they moved to Whitehaven when my dad was 16. Because that's when he met my mama. Or 17. 16 or 17. They grew up in North Memphis on Norman Street. And so that's why my dad, even though, but my dad went to the army at 18, so he basically grew up in North Memphis. That's why he always had a heart for North Memphis. He would pay Miss Gurley's to open up on the week before Thanksgiving to feed the whole community. My auntie has an organization that services the North Memphis area. Okay. So I'm gonna get with my auntie and see if we can do something. It's election season, about getting people registered. Of course, Heidi would definitely get with me on the expungement clinics and stuff, getting people. Let me just say this, y'all. One of the, well, maybe I shouldn't. Well, I mean, I ain't no damn politician. Why I got to be politically correct? I just don't believe no sexual predator should have his background expunged. I got issues with that. Okay. I ain't gonna even tell no lies to you. James said, Miss T for City Council. That sounds good. You go, girl, in my Martin Lawrence voice. um, hit the like button. I'm gonna give y'all a date. In the coming weeks, I'm gonna spend a lot of my time. Begging for money. I gotta go to the Memphis Police Organization. I already for sure. I know I got some places that's going to donate so that I can. I already know where. Hey, y'all stop! Folks already talking about y'all. Ooh. Hey! I have to send them to obedience school or something. You're right, Tamara. I effing hate sexual. Yeah, I don't like no sexual predators. Period. Mm-mm. Now everybody want to. Lord have mercy. Lord. They be one. I know, Lord. Oh God. Mm-mm. I be wanting to be politically correct so bad. Y'all, it hurts me to hold my tongue. It hurts me. Everybody want to have some type of recovery house so that they can get money from the government. They take these predators and they get these houses and they make them into what do they call them? Y'all, what do they call these houses? Rooming houses. Okay. I was up there. I had a case up there on hey, up there off of Parkway. And I see they taking a lot of those houses and making them into like rooming houses. Now, I wouldn't have no issues with it, but they're also making them into like rehabilitation houses for like predators. Okay. And the only problem with that is like these are in neighborhoods that children walk. Okay. Um, I can remember years ago when I was looking at this, like Memphis police did this documentary in the early 90s. And in that documentary, this man was a predator. They made the scene of a crime up in South Memphis. Stop. Move. Up in South Memphis. And the guy had felt on one of the little girls in the house. Well, he had been to jail for doing it. And so they sent him to church and they say they got him delivered. And he was very honest with the police. He said he had been telling them, do not leave these kids around me. And he said that they told him he was delivered. He said he don't be wanting to feel on his little nieces and stuff. But his mind, he said he kept telling his mama and them he's sick. And I felt like the parents, that the adults should have gone to jail. Because if somebody is telling you that they're twisted, they already been to jail for funneling little girls and stuff, family members and stuff? Why would you send him to church and get him baptized and then say you delivered? You can watch these kids, you delivered. I think that's one of the things in our community that's got a lot of people messed up. A lot of people in our community that was molested. You gonna get your ass whooped. I'm not playing with you either. That was molested. You know what they say in our community? What goes on in our home, stay in our home. Now, I don't. I never knew. Well, yeah. You know what? I do. I do. I did. I do have some family members that was molested. Okay, and they never said anything about it um until they were adults. And yeah, they never said anything about it until they were adults. Um because back then when kids wanted to say that somebody was doing something to them, the adults would say that they was trying to be grown, or what did you know what I mean? And then they wanted to try to hide that. Somebody always had somebody in their family that was sick, but people tried to, Junebug was the one that we didn't leave kids around. Okay, I'm talking about everybody had a Junebug, but people tried to hide that. People in families would try and hide that for some odd reason. And I think in our community, a lot of people messed up. Now, I don't know what happened to my grandmama. She never said she was molested, child. But my grandmother, I'm talking about my mama's mama. My grandmama didn't allow me to sit in no man's lap. She was she always, I mean, I was self-conscious for a real long time. Like we had to cry, like we couldn't have our legs open around me. You know how kids have their legs open sitting in the floor? We couldn't do that if men were around. I couldn't sit on none of my uncles and stuff lap. My grandma wouldn't even. My grandma used to tell me, like, when my dad would come and get me, and I would go spend. My dad was real affectionate when I was a little girl. He used to always want kisses and stuff, and it used to be so embarrassing. My grandma used to always tell me, like, right before I would go with my dad, you already know you don't let nobody kiss you in the mouth. Like my dad used to want to try to kiss me on my lip. I remember I used to tell my dad as a little girl, no, my grandma said you can't kiss me on my lip. You got to kiss me on my cheek. So, I mean, I didn't kiss my kids in the mouth. That's just something that even with my family, we and my grandma kissed us all of the time. We just couldn't kiss in the mouth. So I never heard her say. She told my grandmother was very feisty. I don't think nobody was brave enough to do nothing to her. She was always real feisty and stuff. So I don't know what went on. Definitely not my great grandfather. He was a good man, but she was just really strict about that. She was very strict about that. I ain't spend the night at folks' houses either. Not really. I think I was allowed to spend the night at Venice's house. I could spend the night with my cousins. Some of them. It says positive vibes facts. My grandma always told me that men has chicken brains. They right. My grandma used to say that it like if little girls are not supposed to sit on a man's lap, because when you sit on their lap, when you sit on their thing, it's automatically stimulated. That's what she was saying. I never allow my girls to sit on nobody's lap either. I never allowed them to be running and jumping up on nobody's lap. My girls never even seen. My daughters saw one man come to our house, and they saw him leave too that same day. They never really even saw me date. Now I did my thing, but I would never let somebody spend the night with me. especially with my girls growing up. Yeah, I'm telling you, Alabama Hitter. That's what my grandma said. Yeah, that's what my grandma said, and that's how she felt too. She was old fashioned like that. Hmm. So she was real strict about that. But my great grandmother was very strict. She didn't allow my grandma and them to sit on nobody's lap either. He said we live by the same rules. Yeah, because you know what? I have cousins and stuff that would not change um any of the girls' diapers. And I'm serious. If it was we had a girl baby in the family, like they would play with her, all of that, kiss on her, love on her. When it was time to change her, they'll bring them to one of us. This baby need to be changed. If it was a girl, this baby need to be changed. Y'all change her. If it was a boy, they would. But if it was a girl, they would bring the girl to us. Yep. But that's true. I mean, especially more so now, Alabama Hitter. But you know, back then, they were. It was a lot different. They really were very protective of the girls. Now it's differently, but back then it was more so the girls. They was very protective of. Emerald says, yes, the man not allowed to change diapers. The Black Barber says, there is none of that. No lap, too much touching or anything. Right. Yeah, you have to watch the little boys now too, because I have a friend that works for DCS, and she said some time back that she said, you know, now Tamara, the little boys are being used more than the little girls. And I guess because it's so obvious about the little girls, now the little boys are, she said they're using the little boys more, just as much now as they are the little girls. So that's why women have to be very careful about when they have sons. I don't mean no harm. Now, I don't want nobody to get offended, okay? But you know when you getting little Ray straight out of jail, he been in jail for 30 years. Get your asses in here. You have to be careful about your kids. You have to be very careful about them. Even boys are being touched. They are definitely I think that's why some of these young boys are they have a lot of anger in them because um they've been mishandled as kids. They're just as vulnerable now, especially as little girls, you know. So yeah, that's so true. I told y'all about when I used to work up in felony response. This was a long time ago. Like one of the investigators was like, that's when I used to be a typist when I first started. It's like I got a case. The officers get ready to bring a suspect up here, and um, it was from out of Binghamton. I was interested because it was from out of Binghamton because my daughter's dad lives in Binghamton. And when I saw the address like around Johnson Circle, I was like, wow, he lived. I said, let me sit down. I said, okay. I sat there. I sat right back down. I was like, yeah, I type it because I was like, dog, that's that's the exact street that he lives on. And so, hey, I'm not playing. And and so, anyways, this guy, the officer's family brought the guy up there, and the investigator was like, well, I need you to type the statement. He he he's here, he's coming up here. His brother walked in on him having sex I used to do that all the time. I'm not changing no girls. With his daughter, his biological daughter. And I never forget. And I'm not, I've spoken about this before. I'm not going to make a long story short. He was sick and he basically admitted to it after they broke him down. But at the same time, like, I don't know, for some reason, because he lived like right around on the same street that my daughter's dad lived on over there in Binghamton. I, it just kind of stuck out of my head. I kind of, down through the years, I would look into MPD's system to see if he had any more charges or anything, like any 911 calls and all of that. So I remember like a few years after that, he was arrested again. He was dating a girl, living with a girl that had like a paraplegic son born, um, where he couldn't walk. He was in a wheelchair. And her mother decided to, while she was at work, to stop by there to see the little boy. And the little boy was complaining about, she said the little boy was complaining about his butt was hurting. And so she said she decided to take her grandson with her. And she said that when she took him with her, he was talking about his butt was raw, his butt was sore. And so she decided to look at it, and she hurried up and took him to La Bonner because his butt was so raw. And so when they got to La Bonner, they talked to the kids and stuff. And so the little boy was like, this same dude that I had typed the statement for messing with his own daughter. The little boy wore diapers because he was paraplegic. He was about 8, 9 years old, and he said every time he changed his diapers, he would stick his fingers up his butt to the point that the little boy's butt was raw, that it was hurting him so bad. So, down through the years, I still kind of fall every now and again. I don't as much. Hopefully he dead. Oh God, Lord, that just slipped out. Lord, God, I need you to help me tonight. Cause y'all know how I get. Y'all know how grimy I get. Lord, I guess I'm gonna ask you, go ahead, forgive me for that one. Even if I don't mean it. Touch, God, I need you to fix my heart on that one. And but I looked in. It's funny because I thought about him. I thought about that there was a rapist in Binghamton that they never caught. And I know everybody from Memphis remembers every summer there that this guy would strike. And then some summers he would go without striking. I bet that was him. Well, that's been years ago. Let's see, my daughter is 27 now. So she was, that Binghamton guy was striking before she was even born. He probably, that guy hadn't been in the system. He probably did. He somebody probably took him on out. Maybe he croaked because I can't see him not being in the system, and he's a predator. Okay, because they have to strike because it's a sickness. Maybe he's sick or something. Okay, maybe he on his back, pissing and shitting on himself. Okay. Um. Anyways, I be hating to talk about stuff like that sometimes because it makes me real mad. So I think that, hey, I know damn well y'all ain't somebody gonna get their ass whooped, and I'm not playing. Um, what I see, I'm not playing with y'all. Anyways, I be hating to talk about that, but I mean, I think it's you have to bring awareness because people don't like talking about it. You know, they don't. I don't have any tolerance for people that violate other people. I mean, it makes my flesh crawl. I don't like people that violate other people. That's why even on here, he said, "Let me in whoop him." Even on here, like I be watching people, and when they have a type of um, when they like to violate folks, it ain't nothing normal about wanting to violate somebody. Like, when you I want to see, look into, I'm gonna see what I could pull up. It's something that ain't normal about that. That's a person that's got a predatory behavior. Okay, so they always talking about, well, she always like to go to the police. I sure be going to the police and having them and putting the police on them, because I know that you don't ever know how these folks is up in this internet world. Y'all see all the shit that a vlogger was doing, and he was twisted. So yeah, I do. I don't be lying. I do's it. I sure do. Cause I don't know what these people are capable of. There's so many folks that's mentally ill. It's so many people that's mentally ill. You have to do that. I think you should do it. Okay. And so what I have to do is, what you doing, girl? What's up in your mouth? Look at me. What's up in your mouth? So I have to have, I just think that it's only right for me to have stuff on file when I have to knock somebody down. Because if you come to my door, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna knock you down. You're a threat to my person, and I can't be going through no trials and all of this already documented. Leave me the hell alone. I done told y'all I'm paranoid. Um, Matthew Stone says yes. It's smart to do it. I'm telling you. Hey, OG Snake Spotter. Mm-hmm. People think that you like to violate folks, and they ain't got no problems with doing it. That I think folks step over the line so much now, they don't understand what predatory behavior is. They don't really understand like what predatory behavior is. They don't really realize that they are a predator because they're used to not having any boundaries. So when I put the police on them, that's what let them. That's how they able to see that you got to have some motherfucking boundaries, so you're gonna be in jail. Okay. Yep. Hey ZK. Hey Maddie Stone. That's the same person, I believe. Yeah, hit the like button. But yeah, stuff like that has to be talked about though. Like I remember when I used to go over to Jail East when they used to house the male juveniles at Jail East. And um and the chief would let me go over there. Hey, Homicide Records. The chief would let me go over there and talk to them once a month. I got a lot of joy out of doing that. Those dudes, those kids um they were so talented. What a lot of people don't know, like the Sheriff Star, um, they could draw with their bare hands, but they had been into bad homes. Seeing it affects a man child, when they're seeing their dad beating up on their mothers and they can't do anything because boys naturally want to protect their moms. So, I tell women to be very careful about when they have older sons and stuff and they start dating a guy, especially if he has abusive type behavior. The first thing that he wants to do, he's going to start working on either trying to put fear in that boy or getting into the mother's head to try to get that boy up out of that house so that he can beat the hell out of her ass as much as he wants to. He want to be able to freely whoop on her without worrying about that boy sticking him. You know what I mean? Teenage boys get mad enough, he gonna whoop his ass. I'm talking about the man, and he might shoot him or kill him. So he want to get the threat up out of there. So Women have to be real careful about that. They have to be. Just when men want to step in and start putting fear in your kids anyways, even when they're girls, I get suspicious about that. You know, I get suspicious about that. I had talked to this guy one time, and we was just talking, and he was like, he was always talking about he wanted a family, this, and that. And it's like, if we if we get married, I be a father to you. These were my girls were like little. You can't have no problem with me whipping your girls. So let me tell you something. Out of all the things you could have said, you could have been to my girls if we was to go that far. Like a loving man, just anything good. I said the first thing you think about is I want to be able to whoop them. You already just fouled out because I don't trust you now. Why in the world would the first thing that comes to your mind is you want to put fear in my daughters? Are you a sexual predator? Because that's what they try to do. But I quit talking to him because I didn't want to have to put one in his forehead. Okay. hmm I told y'all I didn't date much. I was, especially when my girls were growing up, I was very protective of them. Very. I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to hurt nobody. I'm different. I don't want no more kids. Well, if you marry a woman with kids, those are your children too. Like me, like if I marry a guy, even if his kids are like older, I would still just like consider 'em my kids, my bonus children. I'm trying to be as good as I could to them, as far as like, being their friend, being loving, and all of that. I think I got one more kid. Diane. Diane, you probably gonna get yours. I'm telling you, the way y'all do it, you probably gonna get your baby before it's over with. Look, who was that in the Bible? Um, who was that had a baby in the Bible at how old was it? Sarah? That God gave a baby at how old was she? Like 70 or somebody help me out that knows the Bible. Who was it? Was it Elizabeth or Sarah that God gave a baby at an old age? She said, God has made me laugh. God has made me laugh. That's what I'll say if I got pregnant. Lord, I'm going to laugh until I cry, until tears start flying everywhere. She said, dang, you better work. They say now women get pregnant. Look, y'all, I'm on that Geritol. I'm on the Geritol. And these men better be careful when they take this Geritol. Because that's how they get babies. With they old asses. They better sit down somewhere. And women too. And women too. Damn. Look, I'm not playing with you. Sarah, and she was 90. Whew. Child. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm on them Geratols. Those are the best vitamins out there, but they don't sell them in the store anymore. You have to all the good stuff they started taking out of the stores. You have to order them online. I got them Geratols give you energy, and they will. I don't know what they have in them, but they make you real fertile. The guys that's on them, they don't shoot no blanks. I'm telling you that right now. And with the women, it might be the reasons why I be going for my annual. I don't know how the doctors do it, but they could tell you how frequently you're ovulating. I'm not lying, y'all. I know I'm going through the change. I know I am. I'm supposed to be. But y'all know my doctor was like, no, you're not going through the change. You're ovulating at the rate of a girl, a 29-year-old woman. I said, the devil is a lie. All it's gonna take is some old, what they call it, potent man. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't want to think about it because God gonna make me laugh till I cry. Bad as my nerves is to have to deal with a man and a baby at my age, my nerves is real bad now. I be loving it with my grandbaby when I go get my grandbaby and we go to Sonic and we get ice cream and we laugh and talk. I don't know what she be saying. And we have fun. I video record it and then I kiss on her. I get all the kisses I can get and I give her right on back to her mama and pull off the child. And that's how I like it. She had ice cream all over her clothes and all over her face. And I don't have to worry about changing her clothes, child. That's her mama job. I hands her right on to her mama. Her mama done worried me enough, especially her mama. Her mama crazy. Diane says it's one of two things going on right now. I'm going through menopause or I'm pregnant. You might be pregnant, Diane. You might be pregnant. You might be pregnant. Go on and have a social security baby. Get a check in preschool. I'm telling you. If they mama stop them from tweaking, that could happen. God does not give us anything that we can't handle. Well, I would like to see the child get grown. Shoot. Oh, Lord have mercy. Janet Jackson had a baby at 51. Oh my God. But see, Janet got nannies and all of that, you know. Having a baby at 51. I mean, I guess she'll still be young when she'll be 69 when he turned 18. At least he'll have a trust fund left behind. He ain't got to worry about nothing, child. One thing about it, I handles myself like a champ in that area. Lady in the streets, y'all know the rest. Okay. I said I was gonna make. I said that I wanted to do because I used to like to do T-shirts just for fun because I love different slogans. And I had a T-shirt. I had the guy to make me a I had the guy to make me a specific the logo, like the girl on the logo. And I had a slogan on there. And I had said I was like, what I was gonna do is like when my friends have fun parties, I was gonna take the t-shirts and sell them at the fun parties. But girl, my nerves too bad to be dealing with a bunch of damn crazy ass women all of the time, especially of that caliber. Now it would be different if it's like a lot of business minded women that they understand that you come to a fun party not to just drink up all the liquor and eat all the food. You actually go to a fun party to support the person that's giving the fun party. I mean, that's why I've always gone, right? That's why I've always gone. But unfortunately a lot of the girls, you know, some of them they just came for the strippers and to eat free and to drink free. Okay. I don't like people like that. If somebody is giving something and they've spent their money on making it successful so that you can be comfortable, you can have food, you can have drinks, you can have fun. Your ass need to be trying to come up out your damn pocket to support them. Okay. I get real mad when people do that. They come. I told y'all about when my cousin asked me to speak at her event. She got a sex toy line. She was like, "Cuz she always rent out what's the name of that place at Highland? Jason's Deli, the conference room." And she was like, "Cuz, would you come and speak to the ladies and say some inspirational stuff about your business?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." So she had a room full up in there, and she had vendors. It was other girls up against the wall. They had paid her like $20 to set up to set up their little business. What they was selling, like cakes and earrings and stuff. And child, she had some Jason's Deli was bringing out food, and she paid good for that. Sandwiches. She had drinks and wine. By the time I got up there, and I was gonna talk about something else, and I was looking at them how they had ate so much they was laid back, belly and shit, sitting up, ain't bought nothing. My poor cousin was saying, I'm selling this and I'm selling that. Ain't nobody got up to buy nothing. The girl standing on the wall, ain't nobody went back there and bought nothing. I said, "Oh, the devil is a lie. I got these asses today. I'm getting ready to talk about them." So I said, and there is no way in the world. I was like, when people have businesses, when you come out, they need your support, not just for you to pat them on the back, but people spend money to advertise what they have going on. I said, it's not just enough to pat somebody on the back and say, "Oh, this was a bomb event." I said, people need your resources. I said, I would never go to an event and sit up and eat up all the food and drink up all the drinks and not get up and go and support nobody. I said, before I got here, I stopped at the bank, and I'm going to go back there and buy one thing from everybody, even if I don't need it. That's how people's businesses thrive. They need your resources. They need your money. It takes money to keep a business going. And I was talking about that's why we in the Black community, we don't thrive because we don't support each other. When I sat down, they had everybody was up at a table buying something. Everybody. I said and I convicted their asses, and that's what I meant to do. I want to come and eat up everything, drink up everything. I don't want to support nobody. Hell, stay your ass at home. You could tell me good job on the phone. And so that's why I'm inviting everybody to my event that I'm having in December. It's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser, okay? That's what it is. You're going to eat good. You're going to get to meet your local politicians. You're going to have a good time, but it's a damn fundraiser, okay? I'm telling you that now, okay? But I want to see you there, though. That means you're going to have to pull that wallet out. Bring your checkbook. We're doing some good things for the community, okay? I'm already begging for money to be able to, for my sponsors, to pay all these people that I want to pay. I got to rent out the place, pay for the food, pay for the catering, pay. The bartender is gonna be there. Y'all pay for your own drinks. If you get funky drunk before you take just go ahead, stay on at home, okay? If you get pissy drunk, because the police gonna be there, okay? I would hate for them to carry you up out of there in handcuffs. Because most people, when they get drunk, they be wanting to fight. But it's gonna be a nice event. It's a black tie event, and I really would like for people to come out to see what we're gonna be doing for the community, what the goal is, like what I have going on, the agenda, what my dad has done so far, what we'll be continuing, and what we're going to offer the community, some things some people I've been working with in the background, partnering with them to get some of these young men trained. It's good for them to have skills so that they can. It ain't meant for everybody to go to college, right? So if we could start getting some technical schools, which is what they don't want, they took up out the community. I think these young men can start doing things that they like. You won't see them spending so much time in the streets. So thank you, nothing. I would appreciate that so much. I always like to support people. I went into the grocery store today. Y'all know I love Cash Saver. And so this lady has opened up a herbal store where she's in Cash Saver, where she's selling like sea moss, and she's selling like vitamins and stuff like that. So I went up in there. I ain't gonna lie. I almost didn't buy nothing. The owner was really nice. She came out the back. She was nice. Her employee was not. She almost didn't get that business. Because when I ask questions, I'd rather for you to say I don't know instead of looking at me like I'm a damn fool. Because I be wanting to support all black businesses. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will support you. I ain't got no issues with it. I see you a black, especially if I see you a small black business. Hey, you got the right type of attitude. Cause some people just nasty. But I be trying to support you. I went in there and dropped some money. I mean, she said, yeah, I think your iron is low. I said, really? I said, well, I'll take some sea moss, and I'll take some I bought some liquid iron, and I was getting ready to buy something else, but she was talking about, well, we put it out in the store. I said, I ain't going to get back in line. Whatever I can't buy in here, I'll get the next time. But I spent with her pretty good real quick because she was a black owned business. And because, like I said, her worker was not friendly. Act like she didn't want to answer questions, but when the owner came out the back, she was very friendly, very inviting. So that made me go ahead and spend my money with her. And I'm gonna see if her supplements and stuff work. I like to support black businesses. You tell me you're a black business. Let me tell me what you got going on. If you know, and I mean, one to support. Dominic Petty says, I went to a gala Saturday. It was a scholarship gala for high school who want to learn about financial literacy. Yeah, financial literacy is so important. I'm trying to get my sister who works for a bank, and my sister works in, she's worked her way all the way up. And the bank that she works for, they taught them financial literacy. The CEO of the bank would have a networking events for the employees at his house, at his big old mansion, and they would get there and meet, network and meet people. And yeah, she knows about credit, um, how to um, get your credit score up. You know what I mean? Like she don't charge for it. It's just she taught me. I just got a high rate debt ratio. I'm just saying that now, because I guess everything when you finance a business, I'm telling you, you will max out. But I'm paying it all down. I ain't ashamed to say it. Shit. Cause I be like, well, I want to upgrade this. I want to get that. I want to get that. My debt ratio be up so high. But it ain't up as high as it used to be. Because when I had to move back into Shelby County, I saw my house. My debt ratio ain't up as high as it used to be. But it's getting ready to go back up high because I got to have me another damn house. I can't take paying rent no more. For because I just recently moved into a townhouse. I can't take paying rent If I'm gonna spend all that type of money, I got to have me a house. It's about to do something to my nerve every month, paying high rent for something that's not yours. I promise you. But I'm gonna have me another house next year. I want to stay where I'm at. The houses where I'm at is so expensive. I'm just believing God for me to hit the lottery. I just wants to hit the lottery. I do. I want to hit the lottery and I could buy a house where I'm at. The worker probably didn't know. Oh. hmm I think it's good to support black businesses. Black businesses, they should be more friendly, and don't ask for the hookup. Don't ask for the hookup. You don't go into Walmart and ask for a hookup. You don't. You don't go into Walmart and ask for a hookup. So, um, you shouldn't be, especially asking somebody that has a small business for a hookup. That's messed up right there. I don't deal with those kind. I used to get um, when people would call me. I don't mean no harm, y'all. We just talking tonight, as they say. We just joking. Especially when I was doing private work, private investigative work. Um, privately, when people would call me and they saw that I was a black girl. If they were black, I would tell them my prices, and then they would always ask me if I could come down. Hell, fucking no. I don't care if your husband never comes home. You think I'm gonna sit out in the car and all night, can't piss, can't eat, and watch your husband and not get paid for it? Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Can't blink my eye. And I'm serious, like that's a mental thing. Like it'll mess you up mentally because you be sitting in those cars and you can't blink because if you blink, you'll miss. That's why I got started getting real stressed out. I couldn't turn my head. I'll be scared to turn my head. I'm like, because it happens. You turn your head, they might walk out that hotel. So I mean, people don't understand. They thought that it was like a cool job to have. It was rewarding and all that. But I was stressed out. I can't. When I knew I was going on stakeouts, I didn't eat. I couldn't drink no water because I couldn't leave and go pee. I never wanted to pee in because you have some investigators, they piss in a cup or something. I couldn't do it. Um, some of them put on Pampers. I couldn't do that either. Good God Almighty! Oh, so I didn't eat. If I knew it was gonna be an all nighter, I definitely didn't drink no water. I couldn't drink none while I was sitting there, and they thought I was gonna get them a discount. But then when they called the white investigative companies, and we would communicate, did such and such call you? Oh, yeah, yeah. They asked you for a discount. No, they knew better than to ask me for a discount. They didn't even ask the white folks for no discount. So that's why I always say we have to get better. Okay. Um, even with like I hate to say it, some of the attorneys, I didn't like doing a lot of work for black attorneys because they ain't got no damn money. They ain't got no money. So they wanna pay you whenever they get ready. Now I need it up front. Oh, I ain't got to pay up front. Well, oh, fuck you. Excuse my French. Fuck you. I don't care if your client don't win. Because one thing about it, with a good investigator, you can get your client off. And I know as a woman, they knew that as a black woman, that you don't see a lot of them. I could infiltrate and go up into places that the white investigators can go up in. So I was gonna get mine, and I got it. Okay, I don't mean no harm, but you have to know your worth. Ain't no white investigator gonna be able to go sit up in a place in certain places and not be noticed. They knew I could slide in and blend in, but they was gonna pay me. The white attorneys didn't have no issues with doing it. Leslie Ballin and Steve Faris and all of them, I'm getting it right off the bat. I loved it when they called. Them black attorneys, I had to look at a lot of them. Some of them were really good. But for the most part, when they was on the right thing, they would just call and say, I'm going to send you the client. Because a lot of times these attorneys want you to go through them. They want to get the money from the client and get all the money and spoon feed you. I didn't work like that. So that's the reason why I just didn't work like that. I knew my worth. I knew how to get people to talk. Even with those defense attorneys, I helped them to get a lot of damn cases thrown out because I knew how to get people to talk. I can get whatever I wanted to get out of them. They already knew that. But I got burned out with that stuff. Don't want to pay. Sitting up, can I pay you on terms? Hell no. I need my retainers right up front, just like you get your retainers from your client. I got burned out though, y'all. But I loved it though. I still love what I do now. What I do now is a ministry. I just be working for the federal prosecutors now. Y'all hit that like button though, y'all. Hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hey. And I would say that too. If you got a business, know your worth. Don't let people talk you down. Even if it's family and stuff. One thing that I've learned is if they want your services, they're gonna pay for it. You ain't got to come down, you ain't got to get no discounts. It costs. You have to put your time, you go and get training, and stuff. You go and you go and you go and invest in yourself so that you could sell a service just to give it away. Y'all know how many nights I would hate to get up. I'm telling you, like, I knew, like, if the client was like, well, my husband is gonna go to work he leaves the house at 11:30. He leave the house at like 1:30 in the morning. He say he going to work. Y'all know how many nights I had to be out waiting on somebody's damn husband to go lay up with his with his woman and sit and follow him and then sit out there and wait on him to come out. And you think I was gonna give a damn discount out in the dark? Oh, hell no. Cypress says, I'm watching Monday Night Football, but I'm here. What's up, the Cype Dog? What's going on? What team playing tonight, Cypress? She said, did you bet with Quit? Cypress said he was going over there and bet with Quit. Cypress, you been over there betting with Quit? And when people say, well, she ain't no attorney, she can't get no case thrown out. Let me clarify that. An attorney is only as good as his investigator. It is the investigator that get out there on the pavement and get the evidence and shit that an attorney needs to be able to go and present to the damn courts. Okay? Just watching Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears. So did the Indian what's the name of them? The Indian Pacers. What is it called, y'all? The Redskins, that's what it is. I don't know. I think the Indian Pacers is a basketball team. So did the Redskins change their name back? Y'all know Trump demanded that the Redskins change their name back. Oh my God. So you all are up there by Niagara Falls. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Cause I think, are you up there by Harriet Tubman's Museum? Neo, are you up there by Harriet Tubman's Museum? What I want to do is I want to rent a bus and I want to get some children like that are in programs. I want to get some more people that have nonprofits and of course along with their parents, get some of the local politicians to sponsor it, and we go with their parents, because when I go with kids I like for their parents to be there. Take them on a trip up to New York. I think it's Auburn, New York, to take a bunch of inner city kids from out of Memphis up there to physically see the Harriet Tubman Museum. That's what my dad and I was working on before my dad passed away. Hey, Miss D, I think that would be so awesome. I think that would be so awesome. There's so many kids that have never been out of Memphis and they don't know anything about Harriet Tubman. I want to see the museum. I think it would be good to see her. That's her house. That museum is her old house. I be having them. Yeah. I think that would be so awesome. I'll be glad when they tell somebody do a movie about the Sojourner Truth story. They don't talk a lot about Sojourner Truth as they should. My head stopped up. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Oh Lord. Mm. Hey, Rage Against the Machine. How are you? Lord. The Harriet Tubman Museum is 2 hours east of Buffalo, New York. I've never been there to see it, but I gotta go. Yeah. I want to take um, some children with their parents. I don't think I have a hard time getting sponsors to do that. And that's something that I want for my dad was going to do with his organization. I think when we start teaching these kids where they come from, they can appreciate who they are. They basically just deleting our history. I love learning, even now with me consistently learning about our history. I love it. With Sojourner Truth, we learned a little bit about her in school, but she was before Harriet Tubman. She was big on getting people registered to vote. I got the biggest fleece blanket ever. I'm so excited. 120 by the biggest. I got the biggest fleece blanket ever. 120. That's you show right. Here that's the bit. I ain't never seen. Usually, where you get it from? 120 by 120, Lord. That's a big blanket. Neil says you can always bring the kids here to see the museum, then drive back to Niagara Falls to see the falls on the U.S. side. It's safe there. Oh wow. Okay. It have to be in the summer. Amazon is gonna be awesome. How much you pay for it? That's big as a damn rug. Yeah, it was so chilly today. It was so chilly today. Oh wow. That's not bad at all. It was so chilly today. It's 63 right now, y'all. I do not like the fall or the winter. But I got some great things coming up in the fall and the winter. I was late starting school, but I'll start in October in the second half of the fall. I got everything taken care of today. I'm excited about that. Finishing out my last few little credits and some more stuff that's coming up that I'll tell y'all about. Other than my event, I got something big that's happening, but I'll tell y'all after it happens. Oh yeah. I don't like the winter. I don't like getting out the bed and out of the bed in the wintertime. Um, I don't when it's cold. I was at 201 today. It was so cold up in there. It was ridiculous. So I guess they don't turn the air on. Yeah, it be so gloomy. It gets dark early. I don't like it. Around the wintertime, it starts getting dark at 4 o'clock. I be so happy when spring come in. I be just wait. Spring is my favorite time of the year, anyways. What are you doing? Yeah, I know it be so cold. You don't be wanting to give up that bed. You want to stay wrapped up. The only thing I mean, I don't even like. A lot of people say I do my best dressing in the winter, child. I be trying to put on a sweatshirt and some big oversized sweatshirts and tights and boots. That's how I do it. I got all kind. I like fur boots. I ordered me some the other day, some more, and that's how I do it. Leggings, oversized sweatshirts, and boots. Miss T, look up the colored a musician club and the Underground Railroad landmarks in Buffalo. Okay. Them Anglo-Saxons at my job have it freezing and office is the coldest in the building. I'm telling you, they like that cold weather. I do not like no cold. When I used to be when I used to do traffic, and I used to have to ride with some of those white PSTs. They used to want to try to have it freezing, like they wanted the air to be on like 40 in the car 50. I said, no. I don't know how you ain't got snot running everywhere. No, Lordy. Shit, it's mm-mm. I'm a I like for it to be 70, like 70 to like 70 in a house. 70 to like 73 is what I like for it to be in a house. When it's cold outside, 80. And I got a feeling it's gonna be getting cold real early. Yep. And the weather outside is spiteful. I need to give me some hot chocolate. I normally always keep hot chocolate for the winter time. And I think I'm gonna have to go buy me a heater to take to work and put up under my desk because it was cold up in there today to keep to stay warm. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I do that tomorrow. Um, hey Miss Keita. But other than that, y'all, what Cypress never answered the question. Cypress, did you go over there and bet with Quet? Cypress said he was gonna go over there and bet with Quet. Did he ever go over there and bet with Quet? um, nope, I haven't bet with Quet yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking today. I saw where Moneybag. They said Moneybag Gill was having a birthday bash or something in Nashville. Did you see he apologized to CW? Miss D said, I'm cleaning up Miss T. Cypress a mess. Okay. Um Thea says, did you see he apologized to Charleston White and invited him to come to Memphis? He gonna be out of town. Oh Lord. That means Charleston White don't need to come to Memphis, child. They always be out of town when somebody get hit. That's the game. Mm. Don't go Charleston White. That was the cue right there, Charleston. When he said he was gonna be out of town, don't do it. Do not do it. That's the cue. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hitter. Charleston White, don't do it. wish I could pull it up. I like to read people like faces and stuff. I ain't gonna have quit striking in my damn video. Told CW to decorate the grave. He thinks that will be nice. Mm. Did Charleston White respond? Did Charleston respond? Probably not. If he haven't, he probably will. Mm. Cypress said he meant decorate and make one while you're there. I tell you. I saw something today. I said I wanted to share. They said CW done triggered Govan. After it says don't know because I was laughing and saying don't do. I'm telling you that when he said I'm gonna be out of town. I said don't do it. Charleston, don't do it. He gonna try to say he gonna have somebody waiting. He gonna make sure he out of town and send them little boys over there. Don't do it. Stop. Shit. Thomas Harris says, talk about the real. What you talk about the real? Cypress TV says, I think Charleston White and Stan G should go decorate the grave. I think Stan G asked Govan for a boxing fight. I think he asked him for a boxing fight. I think Stan G asked Govan for a boxing match. Who y'all think will win between Stan G and Govan? Y'all hit the like button for me. Mm-hmm. My grandmother is 105. They said Quet gonna fight Big Nash on the 27th. Oh Lord. him and Sadie Nash. I knew that everybody said that that's what they was wanting to do. I tell you, I So in order for it to be happening on the 27th, they've been working on it, huh? He said he gonna pay to see that fight. Who y'all think gonna win between set? Who y'all think will win? Who do you all think will win? Child, I tell you. Miss T was we're just talking. We're just talking. Some people said they said Sadie Nash better not be that big for nothing. Miss D said Sadie Nash better not be that big for nothing. Lord have mercy. So ZK just says I don't know, but I feel a members only live coming. They be playing big pressure. My dogs are very happy puppies. They be playing, they be wrestling with each other, they love each other. And I feel so hurt that I sold their brother. Okay. He deserved to be here playing with them too. A year ago, and I still want him back. They be wrestling with each other and playing. I do. I want him back so bad. I want him back so bad. When he still send me pictures and videos of him. He seemed like he's so lonely. He a real playful dog. He was like had the most energy out of all of them. He was real bad, and I loved him too so much. But he was so damn bad. Even when he was a newborn, he'd be trying to escape and get away from his mama and stuff, and he'd be scooting, couldn't eyes and shit would never open, always into something. So I sold it to a guy I used to work at the sheriff's office with. I tried to get him back the next day. He was like, my wife fell in love with him. I said, how your wife gonna be in love with a damn dog that she had for a date? I said, bring me my dog back and you take this money back. He wouldn't do it. I cried and cried and cried. The new owner probably giving him melatonin. Probably. They are older couple. So when I asked him, I said, how he doing? How is it? He said, words can't even explain words can't even explain how he is, because he into everything. And I miss him too. He seemed lonely. I wonder, do he still remember us? When I saw him, Remy was walking around. She knew how many babies she had. She was walking around. She was looking up under the chair, looking up under the couch, and I was just crying. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she know he gone." And the other ones was just piled up on top of each other, and they was looking at me like, "Which one am I gonna be next?" And I was like, "I cannot sell another one." And folks was calling me. I said, "I told y'all asses, I'm not selling them." And so my mom said, "Sell those dogs." I said, "I'm not selling them. I can't do it. I can't do them like that. I can't do it." And I was supposed. I mean, I was trying to get that 2,500 back that man gave me. That Thompson gave me. Harris says it ain't one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Dogs remember people and other dogs by smell. They forget after a while, but they would be good if they see y'all again after a couple of times. I wonder if he's sick of him. I want him back. Y'all, it's so much stuff going on. I promise you. Hold on, y'all. I want to play this, y'all. I want to play this.
Hey, Brian Reed, Chief here with Best Care Plumbing, Heat, and Air. No one thinks about their drain pipes while they're working, but when sewage backs up into your home, you realize they're crucial. That's why we offer any drain, anytime for $79. We'll inspect your sewer line using our state-of-the-art camera system. And if it clogs again over the next year, we'll come back and open it again for free, so call today. And remember, when it comes to your comfort, you deserve the best.
You deserve the best. Best Care Home Services.
A horrific discovery leaves one Memphis man outraged. Good evening. Thanks for watching Action News 5 at 6. Joe and Joy are off tonight. A picture of the man's deceased mother's nude body appeared in the most unexpected place and has him questioning the professionalism of Memphis police officers. Action News 5's Kelly Cook has the story.
I am my mother's only
child.
Are
you her mama's boy?
I am.
LaMichael Wilson and his mother, LaJanice Trannon, spoke or text regularly.
We were very tight.
But while traveling before the 4th of July holiday, Wilson's phone calls to his mom went unanswered.
And when I did not hear from her, I reached out to the landlord and asked the landlord to do a wellness check.
On July 1st, inside her Orange Mound home, the landlord found the home a wreck and his 69-year-old mother deceased. Memphis police were called to investigate. Wilson says the medical examiner ruled her cause of death was a pulmonary embolism.
Was your mom sick?
No, she was not.
So you had no clue?
No.
So this was not expected? You didn't see this coming?
It was completely a surprise.
But another surprise came 2 days later via his deceased mother's cell phone.
I received a Google notification on her phone. And that Google notification was for like a photo memory. Much to my chagrin, I discovered that there were 2 pictures of my mom's deceased body lying in her bed. She was nude with 4 electrodes on her body in a pool of blood.
Due to the graphic nature of the photo,
Oh my.
we are not showing the picture, but his mother is nude, only wearing underwear, sprawled on the bed on her stomach in what appears to be efforts to revive her.
So you can see the electrodes. One is 4 of them on her back.
The question is, who took this picture with Tannen's iPhone? According to the police report, police arrived at 12:30 p.m. According to Wilson's phone history, he received a call from Memphis police at 1:01 p.m. telling him his mother was unresponsive. We checked the data of the picture. The timestamp was 1:04 p.m.
There's absolutely no way that you could have mistakenly thought that this was your phone.
You think this was unprofessional?
It was very much unprofessional, but I also believe it was intentional. But the motivation behind it, I've just not been able to identify. But it is very intentional because there are just some things that you don't do.
Wilson has filed a formal complaint with MPD and now is trying to finalize the affairs of his mother. But that final photo of his mom, he says, has left so many questions and so much pain. Kelly Cook, Action News 5.
Oh, wow. Lord have mercy. I hate that. I wonder. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show something else. Yeah, I was, you know what? This case right here, this young man right here went missing. He's a real estate agent, I believe. He went missing in Huntsville, but they're saying that the people that was connected to making him go missing is from out of Memphis. It says Ronald Dumas was last seen on December 15th at a liquor store on University Drive. Since his disappearance, investigators and loved ones have worked tirelessly to find answers. The investigation into the disappearance suggests Ronnie was abducted and tortured and possibly taken to the Memphis area by the abductors. There have been two arrests, leaving 3 suspects still wanted in this case. The enhanced reward is being offered in the hope that someone with information will come forward to assist. Okay. Yeah. He's from Huntsville. This happened in Huntsville. And some Memphians, I don't know why they asses got down there. They don't went down there and abducted the man and brought him back to Memphis and more than likely have killed him. That's an interesting situation. I don't know. I mean, I would suggest that the family hire a private investigator. I know a private investigator, the guy that trained me, Kevin, he's a retired FBI agent. He could go and I believe he could solve the case. I believe that he could solve it. Yeah, it's bad everywhere. They said a retired college professor was killed while walking her dog in Alabama. In Cassell Park, a former Auburn University professor was killed while walking her dog on Saturday at a local park. The Auburn, Alabama Police Department said 59-year-old Julia was found dead in a wooded area of Cassell Park with injuries that indicated her death was caused by an assault. Police said officers initially responded to 911 after regarding a deceased person. 26-year-old Harold Rashad Dabney was arrested on 2 counts of capital murder in relations to her death. In a news release, police said that Dabney was arrested on Sunday following an 8:30 a.m. call reporting a suspicious person. Noted that detectives made observation that led them to believe Dabney had involvement with the homicide. Dabney also allegedly stole a red Ford F-150 belonging to her, which has since been recovered, police said. She was a professor at Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine from 2003 to 2021. The Auburn University community extends its sincere condolences. Yeah, this is sad. Yeah, what's going on? That's what I can understand. So this is the professor. This is the lady that he killed, but he's been charged with 2 counts of capital murder. And this is the guy that did it. So basically, he signed up for the death penalty. He signed up for the electric chair, didn't it? He done went and signed up for the electric chair because he finished at 26 years old. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I just don't know what is going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. These women better be careful about fighting over these men. It was a girl killed today. They both had the same baby daddy. Y'all, this is what I want to show y'all right here. This is what came down my. I think God wanted for me to see it. This came down my timeline. I shared it so that I can remember to show it to you all. I'm gonna show y'all something else too. These women is killing over these men. It ain't worth it. That came down my timeline today. And I was like, if I go live today, let me share this so I remember on my timeline. Y'all know this, those are young Dolph's children, right? Long live young Dolph. Black men deserve to grow old. We can't forget about young Dolph and what he meant to the community and his death, like I say, represents so much more. To me, it's not about picking a side. It's about being on the side of what's right. It's about standing on the side of what's right, and that is um, um, that black man didn't deserve to be killed. Just for some money, just for greed, just for jealousy. So we must never forget him. Okay, we must never forget. They could take away the body, but they can't take away the legacy. Okay, they can't take away the energy that they created when they killed him, right? And that bad energy must follow them all of the days of their lives, okay, until they expire. Shout out to Trey Trey. Um, I want to show y'all this. Let's see. A lady was killed today. Hold on, you all. Okay, y'all. This right here happened today. This young lady lost her life today. Y'all know I love little stuff like well, I don't like for it to happen. I like to share stuff like this for awareness. It says a mother drops her son off at school. Minutes later, she's shot dead in the face. The murder of Romika Meeks, Chicago, Illinois. It happened today in 2025. Today, Monday morning, just after 9 a.m. in Chicago, South Loop, 31-year-old Romika Meeks was doing what mothers do, dropping her son off at school. Minutes later, she was lying in the street with a fatal gunshot wound to her face. According to reports, Romika ran into her child's father and another woman, the other woman of his child. Tension erupted, words flew, fists flew, and then came the gun. Police said the altercation turned deadly when the other woman pulled a weapon, firing into Romika's face in broad daylight in the 2200 block of South State Street. Romika was rushed to the Stroger Hospital, but doctors could not save her. She was pronounced dead. A mother, a daughter, a woman whose life was snatched in front of the world over an argument that should not have ended in gunfire. How did a school drop-off turn into a murder scene? Why is gun violence the first response in our communities? And how many more children would grow up without their mothers because of senseless rage? The investigation remains ongoing. Okay, this is the young lady that lost her life right here. Okay, rest in peace to the young lady. I don't care even if she said something to the other girl first, she didn't have no right to shoot her. I'm a sane person. Okay, I don't believe people should die because of words. Okay, I'm not mentally ill. Rest in peace to the young lady. Big Pressure said, I've seen that the problem is growing every day, impulsive and emotional. Right. People don't have no conviction either. They don't have no conviction. They are very emotional and definitely not disciplined. And don't think about because now she get ready to be taken away from her child. So the boy gonna be raising both of the kids with another woman. Thomas says a lot of them will. It's sad. We as Black people, it's over. Cypress says my daughter-in-law got shot. No, Cypress says you can die about words out here. Bullshit and real talk. Oh God. Well, right. Yeah, but it ain't right though. ZK says my daughter-in-law got shot 4th of July over an argument. A guy. Wow. Nothing says I'm 5'4" and just stay to my damn self. It's crazy. I'm telling you. D says, ain't no Pee-wee that good. No, it's sure not. Ain't no Pee-wee that good. Child, no, honey, you just go ahead have him. We ain't gonna argue about him. You just gonna take him. Go on and leave me alone. I got things to do. Okay, just go on. People be wanting. That's why it ain't good to argue with folks. When people be wanting for you to argue with them, you have to watch those types of people because they be so jealous, hearted, and hateful. They be wanting to try to find a reason to try to do something to you. Don't give it to them. Don't even give it to them, child. It ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. Anyways, y'all, I'm getting ready to get off of here because I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I got some more things that I got to do before I go to bed. So, I need to do some more stuff, y'all. I got some great things happening for me. God is absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to share them. And I just think that I just know that I think we all have our seasons. I'm blessed in every season, but I'll say this: I think we have seasons where those seasons are highlighted. We're blessed always, but some seasons are highlighted, and I think that I am in my highlighted season, and we all have them, right? And I wish I could share right now, but I know that I can't share just as of yet, but I will be able to share around probably like November, maybe right after October, maybe at the end of October. I have pictures and stuff to show you all, and so just always just stay on your journey, keep believing God for what it is that you want. And I think when you have passed whatever test, we all go through tests before we can ascend to another level in life, because in this life we're on a journey, right? So when we pass those tests, then we ascend to the next level on this journey, in the physical realm, right? Because we're in the physical realm, and then God just allow things to come to you and fall in your lap. And in this journey, that is what has been happening to me. Like as soon as I started getting myself healed, I feel good about myself. I put on some jeans today, child. They just hanging because I was buying my jeans. Y'all know I had to go up some sizes because I had gained weight, but I mean my jeans are just hanging on me. I felt so tacky today, but hey, I'm starting to feel like myself again. The weight is coming off. Getting back down to myself mentally, emotionally, all of those good things, and then the blessings of um um I I want to give you all a scripture. God will restore, okay? Restoration. And when I talk about restoration, right? And this is for everybody. Um I want to read this to you all. Okay, it's Joel 2:25, where God says, "And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent amongst you." Okay. I said that to say this, y'all. I don't care how late you get started. Sometimes we get off of track. We have people in our lives that we shouldn't have, and we can't ascend to another level. When that happens, we have friends around us that are secretly jealous of us. We can't ascend to another level. Um, God will restore the years. I don't care how late you get started. Once you get on the right track and you decide, you make up your mind that you're ready to walk out the journey that has been assigned to you. Because in this life, we're all here on a journey. None of us are getting out of this physical realm alive. We all got the transition. God is a just God. He said all must die. So ain't none of us getting out of here alive. So once you make up your mind and surrender and just surrender to God and get on that journey, when things start to drop off or fall off that you thought was supposed to be in your life, you accept it quickly and just decide, I'm just going to walk the journey out. For God I'll live and for God I'll die. I just trust God to supply all of my needs. Whatever is for me, I can't miss it. Whatever is not for me, I don't care how bad it hurts me, it's got to go. Then that's when God starts to restore the years. Some people feel like if they've gone years and years and years, they may have been on drugs, they may have been an alcoholic, you may have been a prostitute. You feel like your life is messed up. All you got to do is make up your mind that you're willing and you're ready to do something differently. You're ready to drop everything that's attached to you that shouldn't be attached to you. You're ready to allow it to drop and to fall. God will restore the years and you won't be able to miss a blessing. I was just sitting at home one day and got a call. I can't miss. I can't miss. And so that's why y'all see me mellowed out. You know what I mean? Um, I can't miss no blessings. You know what I mean? Even when I can't afford to get into bad energies with low vibrations to take me out of this dimension that I'm in. Okay. Because God is restoring, even in my depressive stage. Okay. When I gained all that weight that I had gained, I was totally depressed looking at myself. I was stagnant. I felt like that my journey had ended because I felt like my dad was supposed to walk a great deal of this journey with me. Like I was like, I'm not even finished. I'm still in the process of learning this. And then God take my dad away from me. Now my dad went as far as he was supposed to go with me. Okay. He instilled a foundation of what he did what he was supposed to do. Okay. And now he has ascended to another dimension. And I'm in the physical realm to walk this out so that my daughters can see this. And God is restoring those times that I was depressed and I was stagnant because of my depression. God is restoring those couple of years. God has restored those years. I feel better than I've ever felt. I'm more optimistic than I've ever been. I know I have the vision. I've written it down and made it plain. I don't hope. I just know. Okay. You know how people say, I just hope this. I don't hope. I just know. And I think that's why I can't miss a blessing. Right. So just remember that, you all. God will restore the years if you make up your mind. And so that's the energy and the season that I'm in now. And as after it happens, I've learned like to talk about things after it happens. After it happens, we're gonna post up pictures and stuff. Okay. Because me myself, I mean, I just feel blessed. Okay. And always remember this, people spend their whole life chasing money. Okay. Once you get into the right energy, money will chase you. Money and opportunity. Okay. One thing that I've had to learn is that even favor is a lot better than money. Because when you have favor and a light on your life, the people that can bless you will show you favor, and then that'll open up the doors for money to chase you down. That's right. And you got people around you that's going to speak life into you. Keep people around you that's going to speak life into you, and that's going to talk you off of the cliff. You know, because we're humans. Sometimes we get mad. I understand, like, the enemy will put people on missions. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in a high vibrational energy to try and bring you down. But it's good to have people around you that's going to talk you off that cliff and say, no, don't worry about that. Don't entertain that. No, if I was you, I wouldn't even, don't respond to that. Don't do this. Don't do that. You got too much going. Or you got a full life. You got this. Nah, don't even look back at that. Don't think about that. Keep moving forward. You got too much going. When you have people around you that do stuff, when you have people around you that's doing saying things of that nature, you're in a high vibrational you're in a high vibrational energy, um, and you're on the right path. Because when you got folks that always want you to stay, want you to respond to stuff, always instigating stuff, always want to keep you into a fight, into turmoil. Those are the wrong types of people that your energy is low vibrational. You're in a low vibrational energy because people like that, when you have ascended on a different type of frequency, they fall off. They can't even stay around you. They can't touch you. You can't even have people like that around you. So if you got people like that around you, you probably need to evaluate yourself, okay, and then start trying to vibrate and ascend, change some stuff about yourself, and then start trying to ascend to another energy and vibration. And that usually comes through meditation and prayer. I mean, I can't do it without prayer. I pray all the time. I pray all through the day constantly. I be constantly praying. You just can't do it without prayer. And I don't understand how anybody can try to do it without God. If you ain't got God in your life, I would recommend him. And I don't even like to call God a him. I would recommend that you get some type of God. Some people don't even believe in God, but I would recommend it. I would recommend it because it's been God that has helped me mentally on this journey. Because some people get stuck in depression and they can't come back. They get so deep they can't come back. But I was able to. So I know there was nothing but prayer, having the right people around me that truly cared, that helped to touch and agree and pray me out. Positive people, people that wanted to see me do well, and people that spoke life into me. And it's been because of those prayers and people that were speaking life into me. I've had people to come that the devil has put on missions to try to take me back deeper into a depression. But you know what? I look at it as a lesson learned. Okay, everybody that comes into your life, you have to be very careful, especially when you're trying to pull yourself out of something mentally. The enemy will put them on a mission to try to take you back deeper. But guess what? I was still able to climb on out because I had some praying people around me. And that was a failed mission. I've still been ascending, okay? I've still been ascending higher than I've been in a very long time, okay? And so it ain't just for me. God is not a respecter of persons. It could be for you too. It's for everybody. Ain't nobody got to be jealous of nobody. Anything that anybody else have, you can get to, but you got to do what it takes to do it, to get it. And if you don't get it, it just ain't for you. You need to get about trying to figure out what is for you. You'll be a lot happier when you do, okay? Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. You have to pray without ceasing if it's only for discernment. And sometimes we get weak, our discernment when we're not praying like we're supposed to, not focused. It could be a little bit off. We can let the wrong people in. But guess what? When your heart is right, you got the right people around you praying for you. God will show you some things and hurry up and snatch you up out of it. You just got to know. Just got to know. A lot of people don't know how to let stuff go. Okay. You got to know when to let go and never look back so that you can start ascending to another dimension and enjoying better things. Enjoying better things in life, right? Anyway, y'all know I have to take me a shower. I be I love taking showers and baths. Because I likes the spa experience. Am I gonna take a bath? What time is it? 10 o'clock? I'm gonna take a shower. I'll probably get up and take a bath in the morning before I go to work. That's how I do it. Get up early to take a bubble bath. Take a shower tonight. I take a shower. I bathe at night and in the morning. Some people bathe that they feel like they take a shower or a bath at night. It was like I took one last night. Well, I take one in the, because don't your body shut down when you go to sleep? You need to take a shower or something in the morning. Again, I guess I do. Anyway, y'all, listen, I love you all. Y'all have a good night. Don't forget to pray. I might be on tomorrow. If not, I will upload a video, okay? I'll talk to you all later.